Stay camera. Hey everyone, it's Jade here. Me and Paige decided that we're both going to do 2 separate videos this week on this channel for 2 reasons actually. The first reason being me and Paige are going to be in 2 separate places for a little while. I'm going to be in Florida next week and then I'm here this week but not next week. So this week I'm going to make the video and next week while I'm in Florida, Paige is going to be responsible for the video. That way we don't really skip a week. The second reason is actually that I do this a lot. Apologies. The second reason basically is that, given the title of this video, Advice for College Freshmen, this year me and Paige actually did very different things, and that was that I went to college to live out my freshman year while Paige actually stayed back and did a gap year, so it wouldn't really make sense if she was in this video today because she wouldn't really have much to say. So I guess we're doing it, so I'm going to give the video this week, give the advice I have to give, and then Paige is going to do the video next week, give the advice she has to give, and then after that we'll be back to what we were doing before. So I hope you enjoy it, and yeah, here we go. I've noticed I've done a lot of advice videos lately. I don't really know why. I think maybe I just have a lot to say. As a person, I have a lot to say, and I have a lot to tell people, and I just love to talk, and no one wants to listen to me just blab for hours on end, so I guess videos are a good way to get that out for anybody that's actually looking for the information, so that's good. So I guess we're going to do this, and it's going to be great, and anyone going into first year, you're about to get really, really, really good advice from me. Filming by myself. So given I have so much to say, I actually wrote a bunch of advice in this little book last night, and it kind of wrote about 5 or 6 pages. So I'm just going to try to pick and choose from here like all the stuff that I think is probably the most useful, and then I'll just tell you about it. So yeah, I'm going to take a look. And ew, there's some weird crap I also wrote in this book. Oh god. So I'm kind of just going to start off on a cheesy note and be like, college is like a brand new experience, and like when you're in high school you feel like there's so many people around you, but there's actually not that many people around you, and that can make you feel kind of confined to act a certain way, to act a certain, like, you can't really come out and be yourself. So just think about in college, you have so many people around you, like so many people don't care what you're doing, so really it's your chance to just be yourself and not care what other people think, because high school was so confined and so small, but college there's thousands and thousands of people worrying about themselves, so really it's a fresh start, it's your chance to be yourself, it's your chance to do something new. So just, I don't know, take advantage of it. Next piece of advice. For the first around 2 weeks that you're there, I don't know whoever's watching this where you're from, but in Canada and I know in the States they have this thing called Frosh Week, where it's kind of like everybody kind of goes around, there's activities, you get to know each other. So that's for the first week. Well, sorry, I hear a noise. I should be home alone, that's a little bit weird. Okay. During your first term at school, chances are it's not going to be very great. You're getting used to a whole new school system, a whole new curriculum. Things are a lot more intense and academically oriented than they were back in high school. So don't be afraid if your first term or even your first year doesn't go well. Generally that doesn't mean, oh, I suck at university now, so I'm just going to drop out and that sucked. Generally the first term and the second term and just the first year in general isn't going to be very well because you're still getting used to it. It only goes up from there, I promise. Another thing you should definitely consider getting when you're moving into a dorm or just going to college in general is sweatpants. They're what you need, and not because you just want to look like a bum all the time because you won't have time to get ready or you won't care. Generally just because they're comfy, and in dorms a lot of times the heating systems are very, very poor and you'll be very, very cold. So definitely invest in sweatpants or you'll freeze. I promise that. Also, this actually happened to me and it has happened to a lot of people I know. The freshman 15, it's a myth and it's very scary, but it's actually very real and it's very scary, and you're gonna find one day that you're gonna try on these pants that fit you maybe 6 months ago and they don't anymore. So sweatpants, yoga pants, tights, stretchy pants, jeggings, very good. They are the best thing you could invest in for those moments. When you're living in college and when you're starting in college, you're going to find that it's not like high school where you have 8 a.m. class, like class that starts at 8 a.m. and then ends at 3 p.m. and then you have the rest of the day off. You're going to have actually time between your classes to do stuff. So in my opinion, go do stuff with that time. Go somewhere fun, go to a coffee shop, go for a bike ride, do something fun, because it kind of makes your whole day feel more full and it makes it less of a drag when you're going from class to class. because like if you're going to one class and you do homework until your next class and then you go to class again, it's kind of harder to keep your attention span going, so definitely do stuff in between because that can just make your day more interesting. So this one's kind of on a more serious note. When starting at university or college or just a new school system, there's a lot more pressure. It's harder schoolwork, there's more schoolwork, you have a lot more responsibility, especially if you're living away from home. You're surrounded by so many people that you don't know, and you're in a new city, which can make you feel lost usually. And it's just a very new experience for someone to handle. It can be very shocking for someone to deal with. So make sure that if you aren't handling it well and you don't feel like you're doing okay, make sure that you do get the help you need if you feel as if your mental health could be better. And it's actually a very widespread problem on college campuses. They actually have a lot of resources, and that is because it's such a widespread problem. Make sure that if you are feeling that way, don't be ashamed to get help. So many people go through it, and going for help actually is very, very beneficial. There's so many resources on college campuses for it, especially because the problem is so widespread. So if you need help, please don't be afraid to ask for it, and it'll help you in the long run. Hello? Oh, hi there. Here, look who decided to join the video. Little cute, little purchase. Look at this. Bye bye. Try to have more than one group of friends in college because you can often feel very confined to a group, and that can make it very hard to kind of like feel like you're making the most of your year and feel like you're exploring and getting new things. And honestly, getting bored of a group is okay. And just having more than one group of friends to go around to all the time can kind of balance you out, because sometimes when you spend too much time with people, especially if they're living in your dorm, you can get sick of them. So if you want to go and make other friends that live somewhere else or in some of your classes, that's probably the best thing you can do to keep healthy relationships with people that you're going to be seeing and meeting and hanging out with throughout college. Make sure you shower. And I know it sounds like something so easy and so simple, but honestly, when you have 3 papers due the next day, readings to do, a midterm, all that stuff, it's very hard to find time to shower, but a lot of time to do. If you're scheduling your day out, at least 10 minutes to take some sort of shower. It doesn't have to be long, it doesn't have to be extravagant with bath bombs and everything. Just try to make sure you shower. It's for your mental health. It's not for your mental health, it's for your physical health. Probably good for your mental health. It's just a good time to clear your head or anything, so make sure you shower. Nobody likes somebody that smells, so yes, shower. I feel like I should have like some sort of fancy outfit on right now. I don't know. I feel like such an old person giving advice to people. More advice. If you need help, don't be afraid to ask for it. Basically, that can regard getting help, figuring out how to do laundry because you've never done it by yourself, or if you're having trouble trying to write a paper, like your very first paper or even one later on, ask for help. Nobody expects you to actually know what you're doing. Truth is, nobody actually does know what they're doing. People just kind of pretend. So, in that case, don't be afraid to ask for help. Most of the time people actually like giving help and they like to feel like they're helping others, so it's kind of a win-win there for everyone. So ask for help, trust me, it'll make your first year so much easier. Alright, so in college you're gonna be very, very broke. Tuition costs a lot of money, living away from home costs a lot of money, everything costs a lot of money. So to kind of help your bank account, cushion it from all of that it's going to be facing within the next year, take advantage of coupons, deal nights, all that stuff. If you're going to a bar and it's 2 for 1, half off drinks, cheap shots, go there. If you're going to a burger place and you got a 10% coupon in the mail or something, use it. Become an extreme couponer. One time I saw an episode of Extreme Couponing, and these boys in a frat house wanted to throw a toga party, so then but they didn't have enough money, so they just extreme couponed until they could get enough supplies to throw their own toga party, and it was really awesome. And like, that's the example you want to follow, is that if you want to have fun, you can still have fun with using coupons and stuff. So yeah, coupons can be fun. Moral of the story. Also, I know a lot of people believe that going into college, picking a program is actually you picking your future, and everyone stresses so much about that, but really once you get there, you can still switch. You can still choose to, if you want to be an engineer at some point, but then you just decide that you want to be an artist, you can make that switch at any time in your college career. And let's say you finish, you can still make that switch later on in your lifetime if you choose. So really, it's not the end of your life. I'm 18 years old. I have like 60 years ahead of me in my life. I don't feel like it's deciding my future. I could still make the switch. So don't think it's the end of your future. Just take a leap of faith. If it doesn't work out, you can always switch out. It's okay. So when you're away at college, I know I didn't go that far away. I'm about an hour away from home where I go, but if you were to go even an hour away or you're just living away from home generally, you should make sure to stay connected to the people at home. It's really easy to get wrapped up in what's going on where you are, but truth is life is still going by and life is still happening at home, and you don't want to lose your connections at home, especially when you're going to be coming back for the summer and then going away again. You want to still have people close by where in your hometown that you can hang out with and you can be friends with and all that stuff. And especially being home and talking to home friends that you've known your whole life is very, very comforting when stuff maybe isn't going the way you planned back at school. So definitely stay connected to home friends, because it's very nice to have people from all over caring about you and just feeling good. I don't know. I'll just say two more things. One thing is, in high school, it's very easy to get the attitude that's like, I hate everyone, I hate everything, can't wait to leave this place. Leave that attitude back in high school. Don't be rude. Don't be rude to anybody, and like, you'll even find that when you go to school, you were really judgmental before, and I found that for sure, and I actually made friends with people that I didn't think I would ever be friends with, and I judged them way too soon, and they actually ended up being some of my best friends. So when you're going, try to get to know everybody. Don't place judgment. Just try to be kind. It costs nothing to be kind. I know that's an old saying, but it's true, and it actually can make you feel a lot better than feeling like you're a crappy person because you're there and you're like, oh my gosh, I hate everything. So just really, really try to leave that attitude back in high school. So I guess the last piece of advice I want to give you after me going through my entire first year would be that if it doesn't turn out the way that you hoped it would, like you don't make as many friends as you hope to, or you don't do as well as you want to, like regarding grades, or you don't go out as much as you want, or you don't find a new passion, or whatever you really are hoping for and it doesn't happen, remember you have 4 or 3 or 2 or however long you're going to be there. You have more years left than just that. So just remember that when you're realizing that maybe the year wasn't as great. Just like every year, it's going to have ups and downs, and maybe it will be a bad year, and you don't know, but that doesn't mean the next year won't be better for you. So just try to stay positive, and that'll probably be the best way to have a better year for yourself. So everyone, that is all the advice I have for you today. I'm going to have to cut this video back so much because I tend to ramble forever and ever and ever and ever. So I'm going to go get to doing that now. I hope you liked this video, and I hope it was really useful for all of you going into your first years, or anybody that maybe go later on in college but still want some advice on how to be. I hope maybe it helped you too. And yeah, I guess that's it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like all the rest of our videos and this, don't forget to subscribe, and I guess Paige will have to see you next week while I'm in Florida. So see you later.